Hi, I'm Rick Rheins, Senior Rabbi at Temple Sinai in Denver, Colorado. This week's Torah portion is Nitzavim, chapters 29 through 30 of the book of Deuteronomy. So we're almost through reading all of the parshiot of the Torah, a couple more to go. Indeed, this next week, Monday night, it begins Rosh Hashanah. So we'll gather Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday for the first 2 days of this new year, 5786. And so as we are getting ready for this new year and hopefully all the promise of the renewal of goodness, Nitzavim's lessons are so perfect. And it starts off in chapter 29 by saying, Atem Nitzavim Chayom Kulchem. All of you are standing here this day. And it lists all of you. It says the men and the women and the children and the strangers in your midst, those who are here this day and those who are yet to be born. You're all standing here. Le'ovracha. You're coming into the Brit of Adonai, this sacred covenant between God and the children of Israel to reaffirm life's goodness. And we say this and we believe it, I do, but we also acknowledge the challenges, especially in this current climate of political violence, the things that are going on here in the United States, the heartache that's going on in Israel, how so much of the world seems to be turning its anger towards Israel and isolating Israel for defending herself against terrorists. So we see all this chaos that's around the world, but we also see it in our own neighborhood. And some of us see that hate that's pervading through the social media, through the posts that are put out in this world. And you look at them and you say, that's such a hateful, hurtful thing. This political violence that is just buffeting our world. And so how can you talk, Rabbi, about this renewal of that covenant of Israel with Hashem, with God, and all the renewal of goodness in this world? Am I not aware of the chaos and the ugliness that's going all around us? Yes, of course I am, which is again why we turn to the Torah. Because the Torah says to us, there is goodness in this world, but you have to choose to take it. You have to choose to act on it and to reject that which is hateful, reject the evil in this world, and certainly don't participate in it. It says to us, all of the goodness of this life that we have, that God has given to us, it is very close to us. It's in our hearts and in our minds. Specifically, it says the ethics and the morals that will elevate our lives and the lives of all those around us. It's not, it says, in heaven. Lo vashamayim hi lemor, mi ya'aleh lanu hashamayim v'yakachecha lanu. Who's going to go up to heaven and get this teaching and teach us how to be ethical and moral and good and to make the right choices and bring it down to us and to teach it to us? And it says, it's not across the sea, this wisdom, the answers of how to live a good life. It's lo yamki. It's not on the other side of the sea. You have to have someone who says, well, who's going to cross the sea and who will take this teaching from some guru, some magician, whomever, from across the sea and bring it back to us so that we'll finally understand what to do. The Torah says, no, this wisdom God has placed within your heart and within your mind. It says literally, Ki karov elecha hadavar ma'od beficha uvilvavecha la'asoto. It is in your mouth, it is in your heart, so that you might do it. In our heart, which is also understood to be the sechel, and in our mouth, i.e., how we act upon it, what we utter, what we choose to do with it, will make a difference in this world. It's not what the gurus will say. It's certainly not on the internet. It's not going to be some podcast that's going to teach you. Look inside. Find that goodness inside you. And we will then, it says, choose the goodness. It says, Hachagim v'chamavet natati lefanecha. God says, towards the conclusion of his chapter 30, he says, I've placed before you life and, of course, the mortality of death. It says, habracha v'haklala. And there's also before you the choices of blessings and curses. Uvacharta b'chayim. So choose life, choose blessings. So again, you might ask, Why is the Torah teaching us to choose life and blessings? Of course we should. But do we? How often do we choose hatred or anger or dismissiveness against others, sometimes against ourselves? How often do we choose the negative? God is saying to us, you don't have to look on the other side of the sea. It's not some angel up in heaven that you're going to get the answer for. Look inside in your own neshama, your own heart, your own soul. You know there's goodness in you and there's goodness in everyone else as well. We just need to emphasize that. Uvacharta b'chayim. Choose life. Choose blessings. What a perfect message as we enter into the new year of 5786, teaching us to choose well. And I hope you do, and that all of us do. We need to start making better choices to reject the anger and the hatred that is coming at us over the screens and through the streets, people parading and sharing their anger and their dismissiveness against the Jewish people, against Israel, against the United States of America, against the good things in this world. And we're going to choose instead life. We're going to choose blessings. And we're going to reject the negative, reject the hatred, reject the anger, and embrace the good. I pray that you and all of your loved ones will have God's blessings of good health and happiness in this new year. L'shanat tova u'mituka. It be a sweet and healthy new year. And this Shabbat, we ask for God's blessings too. Shabbat Shalom.